to be more excited to be on this call and hosting this call with each and every single one of you guys. My name is Matt Rosa. I'm a Chairman 750 here within I Am Mastery Academy, and I'm humbled. I'm fired up. I'm excited because if you knew what it is that I know, you'd be as excited as it is that I am right now. Guys, I want to talk about the very first convention that I ever attended here within I Am Mastery Academy. David and Monitia had just joined the business. Alex Morton was in not long before that. And I remember I was roughly at about a Chairman 25, or just about to hit Chairman 25. And, I finally have the opportunity to talk to Mr. Alex Morton as a mentor, not just a friend, because before that we were just friends, right? So here I am, somebody that had made an impact that I was looking to make inside of the industry. And I finally have the opportunity. I tell him, I said, hey man, what's next? What do I need to do to help enrich, educate, and empower the lives of 1 million people? How do we kickstart this thing? Roughly about 1,000 people inside of the business at this point. And he said, well, Matt, I think the next step, where are we all meeting up? And I thought he was talking about something like Vegas or something along those lines, meet up, go out for dinner. No. When's the next company convention? At the point, we had never had anything like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I had never spoken in front of more than 200 people at a time. And he said, we have to put something together. I said, man, I'm not sure how we're going to do that. He said, we need 1,000 people in the room. I said, there's 1,000 people in our team. How do you want 1,000 people in the room? He said, if you build it, it'll come. If you build it, they will come. I had no idea what I was doing. Back then, there was no fancy light fixtures or crazy stages or insane production. We didn't have a Mr. Brandon Scott in our corner. We didn't have a Kyle Lowe in the corner. What we had was a stage, a room with 1,000 chairs, and a projector and a dream. Today, what it's turned into, guys, the experience that we're having, because that's what you're about to see. This isn't just a convention. You're not just attending a Zoom meeting. No, the experience that is going to happen is going to literally set off one of the largest waves of momentum that any of us have ever seen inside of our entire careers. I can guarantee you this. After each and every single event, I personally learn something that then goes out. My team personally, my leaders personally learn something that sparks something in us, whether it's how to eliminate the fear inside of our lives, how to systemize our business, what's to come, that literally sparks so much momentum. You could not believe it. I've nearly doubled or tripled in volume after each and every single time. And I got to say, this is special. It's evident what's going on in the world right now. And we've had to adapt to change. And this unique approach that we've taken here with the convention, and you guys are going to hear from one of the pioneers of this experience, right? This approach that we've taken, it's different, but I'm grateful that we've adapted to change, because this has literally never been done before in the history of network marketing. So in order to talk about the experience that you guys are really going to get, I want to introduce you to none other than the man behind the scenes, Mr. Brandon Scott. You see, I remember when I Am Mastery Academy looked like Windows 1998, y'all. This thing looked like Windows 1998 when we first got started inside of this thing. We had no idea what we were doing from a branding perspective. And we always knew that we could take this to new heights, but truth be told, had no idea how to do so. Along comes Mr. Brandon Scott, a visionary, somebody with the work ethic of 1,000 men. Somebody that is able to see something that has not been created yet, right? I really believe that the definition of leadership is the ability to bring someone somewhere where they never had the intention of going, but thank you when they get there. We never saw this happening. And we thank you for helping us create one of the most recognizable brands inside of the financial education industry. Brandon, I don't think they're ready for what's to come. At the end of this call, we're going to be showing you a sneak peek of what this convention looks like. But I'm letting you guys know right now, guys, when you understand from the mind of the man himself, you're going to get off of this call ready to run through walls. I promise you guys, this has never been done before. So without further ado, Brandon, you with me, my brother?
Matt, I am here. Love
Awesome.
the hat. I appreciate the intro. That was it was too good. Yeah, to be honest, guys, I'm the other side of the equation. I don't do sales, but what I do is I definitely love marketing, right? And marketing is telling the right story. It's listening to the needs of the people, and it's giving you what you need to do your job, right? So when I first met Chris Terry, I'll never forget just how genuine and authentic. I met him. I met Jason. Alex was there at the table. We were in Vegas, and I just remember meeting him for the first time, and I knew that they really wanted to do good in the world, right? So as I'm listening to this, and I could see it at the time, it was IML, but they needed a bigger vision. They needed a legacy. They needed something to grab onto so that we could take it beyond our years, which means, like any legacy company, it means it's past our lives. It's what our families, what our children will take on, right? So with that being all taken into, that was the birth of I Am Academy, and the tagline of what will you become? Something to empower, something to get people to think about life and what we can do in this life and how we can affect people. And so here we are with our next event. And of course, we all love what events do. I love watching David get on stage, and, he's so good at, doing his presentation, and he raises the level and gets people thinking and prepared for what's to come after that event, right? So as we thought of that, and of course, virtual events, here we are, we're all dealing with COVID around the world, something that's unavoidable. And of course, virtual events became the thing. And of course, Zoom call, everyone jumped on Zoom because that's all we have to work with. And so here we are. If you look, we've looked at other companies. I mean, we've looked at companies 10 times, 100 times our size. And they're all doing some form of a glorified Zoom call. And to be honest, when I think of, Jason, Alex, Yvonne, Matt, Bryce, David, Chris Terry, Isis, when I think of all of you leaders, I wanted you to have something more. I wanted you to walk away from a virtual experience that was more than just a Zoom call. So it bugged me. It drove me crazy because I never want any of you to be part of white noise, right? White noise means it's just what everyone else is doing. I wanted people to walk away like, wow, that's something I've never seen before. So we put our thinking caps on, right? And what we're doing is ambitious. Reason why there's a delay. But when you see what we have done, I think you're going to be happy. We're excited. Again, we're doing something that so far in the world, no other company. In fact, let me tell you a quick story. There's a company called NVIDIA. NVIDIA makes they're the number one leader in graphics cards for computers, phones, all that stuff. So NVIDIA makes graphics cards. They're worth $40 to $60 billion. When we saw their virtual event, it was another Zoom call, right? And what we decided to do was we want to put you, since this is virtual, right? I mean, virtual means we can do anything we want. We all love movies. We all love going to an experience that takes us to another place. So what if we could take all the speakers and put you guys on the world's biggest stage? Okay. What if it wasn't a virtual event? What if it was a virtual experience? What if when you saw Yvonne or Monica or David or Alex or Chris get on stage, and when they're presenting, you see 300,000 people and the reaction of those people. Guys, no one's ever done this. So and then it goes even further, right? We're like, well, if we can do any event we want, why do we have to do it in the US? Why can't we do it anywhere in the world? So we created your own virtual island. It's called Academy Island. And on that island, we have an amazing venue where you're going to have an impact arena. That's where all the speakers will be. That's where 300,000 people can meet virtually. We also have Freedom Hall, where all the educators will meet and give their lectures on Education Day. And we also have Chairman Tower, where, you know, virtually you're going to be able to stay. And again, it's all just fun. Why can't we have fun? So this is the vision. This is what we came up with. This is what we're excited to show you. So when you do watch the video, remember that Zoom has its limitations. When you watch it, there's going to be a delay. So we recommend the minute you watch the video, download it. We're going to share it to all of you. It's going to be in your WhatsApp, your Telegram, your iMessage. And guess what? That file you can send to anybody. Not only that, it's in 4 languages. Not only that, the top leaders have their own version. Not only that, we also have it on Vimeo, so you can share this to anyone. So I hope you guys get excited. We've been working really hard. Very little sleep, but it's been worth it because this is what we do. We want to make all of you look amazing. So Matt, that's all we have. We're excited. I want to hear from everybody else. But again, when it comes to this event, we're doing something that no one else is doing. So Matt, I give it back to you.
Incredible, incredible. We thank you for your vision, man. I don't think that it's something that, I mean, if it was up to me, we'd be on a Zoom just like this, where probably multiple rooms open up. But the fact that you've taken such a unique experience, or rather a unique situation, and turned it into an experience, I just wish that we were showing the video already, bro.
Yeah, but so tell me something. When you first saw it, did you have any idea? I mean, tell everyone your reaction. I'd love to hear it.
So truth be told, the way you were explaining it, if you speak to Brandon, it's like he speaks in hieroglyphics, right? Ebonics. Like he says all these crazy words that just completely, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. We're going to call it what it is, right? So he's talking about the vision that he has. And I'm like, oh my God. Dude, I thought we were doing Zoom calls. Like, what's up? He's like, no, watch. And I got sworn to secrecy with the video that you guys are going to see. I haven't been able to keep my mouth closed about it. I haven't shown anybody, but I haven't been able to keep my mouth closed for the past 5-6 days. And my first immediate reaction was, how did we do that? How did we pull that off? I know it's going to tug at emotions. I know it's going to keep people engaged. I think that one of the biggest trials that I saw with a live event was keeping people engaged, keeping people hanging on for more than a day. And this is going to do just that. So aesthetically pleasing, very exciting. It's an experience and a half, man. That was my takeaway from it at first. And then when I watched it again and again and again, I got more excited.
Good. Well, guys, enjoy. Have an amazing day. Seriously, I really can't wait for all of you. Again, you're going to watch it on Zoom, but you're going to want to watch it again on your phone. Grab some headphones, anything with great sound, because I'm telling you, a lot of people, an entire team, put their heart and soul into bringing this to life. You know, 𝐻𝐵𝐴𝐻 made a comment. He goes, there's something about, we're doing a virtual event. And he goes, it's sad because it's hard for people to connect. And I listened to that and I was like, totally understand. It is hard to connect through screens, but what can we do? What can we do to make it as best as we possibly can? And so that's really where I wanted to come up with a solution for what Yvonne said, right? And so all of this is, listening to all of you and bringing it together. Enjoy, really want to hear some feedback. And we're just excited because we think that when people see what we're doing, you're going to see a lot of copycats. We won't say other companies that are currently copying us, but that's what we're doing, right? I want you guys to be proud of this company because we're innovators. We're not following people. People are following us, okay? And that's what makes me get up early in the morning, go to bed at 3 a.m., get back up at 6, because I want you guys to be proud of this company. So Matt, take it back.
We very much are, my brother. We very much are. All right, guys. I want you guys to hear from fellow Chairman 750, Mr. Jason Brown. Jason Brown and I have been running inside of this industry together since 2014. I've known him since about 2013. And we've been to so many different events together. And I could not be Truth be told, every single event that happens, we invest more and more energy, more and more time, more and more money in order to make this thing a reality, right? And Jason and I were talking yesterday, and what we're going to be hosting is COVID compliant watch parties, right? We're going to be hosting COVID compliant watch parties with proper social distancing, where everybody can get together, watch this thing, and feel the energy, feel the vibe, feel the culture. Because guess what? The company's name is at the front of our jersey, and our culture, our team culture, is the name on the back of that jersey. That culture is your identity, and I think that that's one of the most amazing ways to take something like this, right? That is going to be a virtual experience and make it not only something that is high tech, but also high touch. So you guys are about to hear some amazing info from my brother, Mr. Jason Brown, fellow Chairman 750, somebody that's always putting people over profits, impact over income, and truly somebody that is there for each and every single one of us in and outside of the field. Jason, my brother, are you with us, man?
Yep. Matt, can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear, bro.
Okay. Just pin the video. And, guys, I got to tell you, I'm actually back in New Jersey visiting my parents, headed back to Miami tomorrow. Thanks, Matt. So I got a house full of family, but, I want to get on here and just share, honestly, number one, my excitement. This event is going to be different, and not just because it's online. I think it's going to be different because we've been through so much. We left. So we left London, and that was, really the launch pad, right? We left London. I remember being on stage, and I looked at David. Myself, David, Yvonne, Alex, Bryce, we were all on the stage. But I remember at one point I looked over at David and we made eye contact, but there was a unsaid certainty. Like it wasn't an exchange of words. It wasn't verbal. It wasn't even a handshake. It was like a visual confirmation that we were going to crush it. And then, we've discussed this after, but I think everybody really left that event feeling aligned, feeling not just motivated, because motivation is temporary. Call what it is. We can be motivated, but that motivation can fizzle quickly, right? That motivation does not just last, right? You have to be self-motivated and motivated by something bigger than you. And I think we realized at that London event that what we have is much bigger than just us and just our success stories. And, it's been an amazing run, but in a very challenging and different time in this world. We've faced all types of adversities, and it's done a lot for everybody, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. I mean, it's just been a time of growth, but adversity leads to the things that we desire, right? We cannot, pressure makes diamonds, right? We cannot grow as individuals if we do not face certain adversities. And I think for me, I could speak only for what I say, but I think many of you will agree that this time has been an amazing time for me to connect with a higher source, right? It's been an amazing time for me to really just take a step back and enjoy the little things, right? To go out and enjoy nature. I started fishing and doing things that I haven't done in years, but discovering more of who I am. And I think this event that we're about to get into is going to be like, I don't even know how to describe it, but I think it's really going to do something for this company that we've never seen before. Because we left London, and through the craziest adversity, we over quadrupled the company. I mean, we went from 60,000 to over 250,000 members. Guys, we have 3 websites in the global top 10,000. Are the algorithms, the strategies, the educate. I mean, this thing is unbelievable. And now the world is finally hearing our story on a big level. But I think this event is going to catapult us to that 1 million mark, that 1,000 chairman mark, right? That we've been speaking into existence. And we speak that with certainty. Right now, we have almost 450 chairman 10s and above. This event is going to close that 1,000 mark. There are so many amazing people who are on the verge of going Chairman 10. And this event is something that you have to capitalize on. I mean, you got to start speaking about this event on every call. You got to start calling people and making sure that they're booking their ticket, right? Because I got to be honest with you. When I first got into this industry, okay, and I'm not going to speak for much longer, but I think my story with events is like the story you need to hear, okay? And I know a lot of people have amazing stories, but let me tell you something. If I did not get, not pressed, but my mentors were like, look, you got to be here, right? I honestly wasn't going to go. I was facing financial challenges. This was a physical event, the tickets, the hotel, the driving. We drove 8 hours from New Jersey to Ohio to be at this event. I didn't want to go because I didn't know what I didn't know. Little did I know that event, I saw a gentleman. He was 18 years old. He had hit a position similar to chairman, and his mom was sitting in the front row. And he brought a bouquet of flowers and he handed it to her. And he talked about how his parents used to clean toilets and how without this opportunity, they would still be doing that. Diego Avila, correct. And I'll never forget the way that made me feel. See, from that moment forward, I made a decision. I made a huge decision. And I didn't have success right away, but my decision was made. I worked nonstop, consistent for 18 months, leaving that event. And at the end of that 18 months, financially, I did not have a result, but I grew. And then from that moment, right, from the moment of the event to the 18 months and the 18 months till now, well, the rest is history. You guys know what position Matt and I hold in this company. I can tell you that I'm not special. Yes, I've done great things. Awesome. Cool. I made a decision about my success. I made a decision to serve people. I made a decision to use this, not to use this opportunity to impact, but to love people and not love money. And I think when you get the right people to this event, guys, the right people have to attend this event. The right people have to commit to this event. There's no excuse. There's no flight costs. There's no automobile costs. There's no gas. You gotta be, number one, invested in this event. Every single person on this call needs their event ticket tonight. If you do not have a $24 event ticket by the end of tonight, you're not committed, and that's okay. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm just saying you got to make a decision tonight, and then you guys got to work as hard as you can. I promise you, all Matt and I ever did, all David and Juanita ever did, all Bryce ever did, all Yvonne, Alex, every success story in the company, every single success story in the company, all we ever did was promote the events like our life depended on it. That's the reason why we're here today. That's the reason why I have the honor to speak on this call. Not because I'm the best speaker, not because I'm the best looking, not because of any of that. It's a decision I made at an event then to promote more events and make sure that the group that we had around the world was promoting events. This is high quality. Brandon Scott is literally the best in the world at what he does. He's a part of our family. That's amazing. Guys, Chris is working on three huge surprise guest speakers. I mean, we got the man, Bob Proctor. Come on. So I'm excited, but we got some other things up the sleeve, and we got an important call tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Well, one of the best testimonials that I've ever seen, honestly, maybe the best testimonial that I've ever seen in 7 years I've been a part of this profession, 5 years I've been a part of this company, is Bryce Thompson. Bryce, his brother Brandon, Nate, Ray, Josh. He's got 4. What? Imagine having, I want you to close your eyes real quick, and imagine having 4 Chairman 250s in your organization. 4 Chairman 250s. Countless Chairman 100s, 50s, 25s, 10s. I remember the day when Matt and I broke our first Chairman 10, that feeling. It never, ever, ever gets old. But to have not just your own success story. Bryce is young, first couple years in the profession, Chairman 750, but four of his brother and some of his best friends, Chairman 250. Well, that doesn't happen on accident. And I know for a fact that one of the reasons why Bryce is here today with that result is because of how serious he took events. So I have the pleasure and honor to pass this call over to my bro, Bryce, who honestly is the epitome of hard work, belief. Belief is huge, dedication, consistency, and ultimately coachability. So this is a role model for everybody. Bryce, we appreciate you. You are one of the most frequently asked questions. What is Bryce doing? So my brother, I can't wait to hear from you at convention, but we're honored and privileged to have you on this call right now. So I'm going to pass this over to you, man.
There we go. Jason, I appreciate it. Matt, Brandon, I think it was no better way of starting off this call. Hopefully everybody can hear me and see me clearly. I don't know if my video is spotlighted.
I believe you are. I believe you are.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. It's an honor and it's a blessing, to not only be here, but more specifically be on this call. I remember first coming into this company almost 4 years ago now, and honestly, first coming into this entire industry, and seeing people like Matt, Jason, David, Yvonne, and Alex, they were all like myths to me, and I would stalk their Instagram pages. So anybody that's watching this, if you do that, like if you stalk somebody's Instagram page and you really try to figure out like things that they do and study them, I honestly think that's one of the true ways to becoming successful, and it's really studying people that are in positions and have the results that you want. But like I said, I used to study them and just stalk their pages and just see everything that they do, from the ways that they dress, with the things that they said, what they posted on their Instagram pages. And, just to even be on a call and for Jason to pass it off to me it's incredible. And, over the last 4 years, I feel like it's been like 14 years or 10 years, just because I feel like I've grown so much. I came into this company, I came into this industry, as a 20-year-old, and, now I'm 24, and, where I've gotten and the things that I've been able to do is just like, it still blows my mind, and it's blowing my family's mind. And I can only attest and tell everybody what, being hardworking, having a good work ethic, and just being consistent, loving your people, and staying close, right? Staying close to your leaders and everybody in your organization. I can only tell you what that can do in just 4 years, right? People go to college and people have jobs and people are in relationships, for 4 years and never really get anything out of it, or it doesn't really last, or, they don't take anything with them. But just from 4 years of being in this company, my last 4 years have been my best 4 years, and my next 4 years will be even better. Just from what I know, right? I've been blessed to be in meetings, being at this position I'm at right now. I've been blessed to be in meetings. I've been blessed to, listen and talk to people like Alex Morton, Brandon, Chris Terry, David, Matt, Jason, Alex, Yvonne, and just all of the things that's coming about within this company, and all the things that, we're planning to do. Is all I can say is it's still the beginning, right? It's still the beginning. That's the scariest part. Well, it's not really scary. It's more so exciting, because to even be at this point in my life and have been saying for the last 4 years, it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. And to get to where I'm at right now, and to get to where we are, and to really just honestly say we're literally still at the beginning. We're still at square one. We're still at phase one. We haven't even gotten to phase two. So if you think we've done great things within this company, now the next 2 years is going to blow, it's literally going to blow people's mind. And I'm blessed to be a part of it. And I want everybody to understand, right? And I've said this the last time we did a call like this. You can't look at growth and look at a goal, right? We always saying 1,000 chairmen, 1,000 chairmen, 1,000 chairmen. That's the overall goal. You can't look at goals like that and say, that's a beautiful goal. That's a great goal. You got to look at goals like that and say, there is no way, right? There is no way this company is going to get to 1,000 chairmen without me, right? Without you having something to do with it, right? And it ultimately starts with you, right? It starts with promoting events like this, right? I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm really into the event space. I'm into planning events, right? My first event that I ever planned was �Millennials. I'm sure a lot of you have attended it or at least heard about it. And you know, when this whole, you know, COVID pandemic thing happened, where we're not able to do events, a lot of people were trying to figure out, okay, how can we recreate, you know, that same experience? Or how can we recreate that same feeling for people to go out and, you know, run this business to the heavens, run this business to the moon? After seeing what, you know, Brandon Scott has done and just seeing the videos, he sent me the demos and the product, like everybody else has said, I've never seen anything like it. And to be quite honest, I was a little unsure if it would have that same effect, but actually seeing it, and I know a lot of you haven't actually seen it for yourself, so I'm only just a testament I'm just telling you and transferring information. It's gonna blow everybody's mind. You would be absolutely crazy, right? You would be crazy, right? You would be missing an opportunity for you to look at, or for you to be on this call right now or hear this information, because I know this is being recorded, and not go out and buy a ticket, not go out and post this throughout your teams, throughout your organizations, to everybody that you know, in the company or not, right? You want everybody to be able to share this experience, watch this live experience, and be a part of this, as much as possible. Like, and really just to end it off, like I said, man, I think we can all go super duper fast by ourselves, but we can go so much further, right? We can go very, very far together. So we all got to do our due diligence. There's 10,000 people on this call right now. 10,000 people, right? This company is obviously a lot bigger than 10,000, but all of you took the time, right? The 10,000 people that's listening in on this, you took the time to make sure that you were one of those 10,000 people. So you got to do your due diligence and make sure that the other hundreds of thousands of other people that are in this company, right, are tuned in, have a ticket to that live experience. These events, right? People ask me, "Oh, Bryce, what have you done?" I'm gonna be honest. Doing events, whether I'm doing it myself or making sure that people are going to events and I'm pushing people to events, that is one of the main reasons why I've been able to get to where I am, and so many other people connected to me have been able to get to where they are. Right. So I don't want to take too much time. I know a lot of you been hearing David's voice, and to be honest, I'm quite honored. I've been talking about David for the last 3 to 4 years of my life, and it honestly never gets old. I was actually just in Arizona doing a little small Airbnb training, and I was talking to somebody there, and we were just talking about David. David 𝐿 literally bleeds success. He bleeds it, right? When he walks in the room, right? When he walks in the room, it's as if you already know he's walking in without you actually seeing him, because that's how much it just bleeds out of him, right? From the way he speaks, from the way he dresses, just his aura. You feel his energy when he walks in the room, right? And the crazy thing is, the girl that I was speaking to has never met him in person. So I'm thinking to myself, you've never met him in person. You've only seen him on Zoom calls. You've only been able to hear from him virtually, right? And it's been able to have that effect on you. So I can only imagine what this virtual experience, right, hearing from people like David and so many other leaders that's on this call right now, I can only imagine what it's going to do for everybody that's tuned in. So without further ado, I want to pass it off to David. I don't know if you're in the one African-American earner within the whole entire industry. Like my big brother, one of my best friends now, I talk to him all the time. David, go ahead and take it over, man. Love you.
Appreciate it, BT. Appreciate it. How you doing, man? I like that sweatshirt you got on, man. You got the hat, the match, and everything.
Oh, man. Good.
When am I gonna get my chain? When am I gonna get my Trey House chain?
I'm gonna be honest. I might have to put an order in for you.
I need to get one. Well, I appreciate that intro, and appreciate Matt for hosting this call. Jason rocking it out. I know we're going to hear from Yvonne and Alex here in a little bit, and just want to say a big thank you to Christopher Terry, ISIS, Brandon Scott, Kyle Lowe, the entire corporate staff that's really put the time in, put the energy in, put the resources in to actually put this event on. And I know we've got over 10,000 people that are listening to this call right now, and you guys are the ones that are on the team. I know we have hundreds of thousands of people that are in the group, that are in the company, in the organization, but you guys are on the team. You're the ones that are at the front line. And by the end of this year, 10% of the amount of people that are on this call will be chairmen. That's our goal. Our goal is 1,000 chairmen, and we're going to get it done. We're almost halfway there. And we've got the next 90 days or so to absolutely get it done, and we will. And this event is going to be a pivotal part to us actually accomplishing this particular goal that we have. You know, years ago, I learned a few things about building organizations, and I learned the 3 vital signs to growing a business. Every business has ebbs and flows. Every business has ups and downs. But one thing, and just in life, right? Just in life, you have ups and downs. But one thing that has to stay constant is your vitals. Your vitals is what keeps you alive. So what are the vitals that are keeping your business alive right now? Even with everything that's going on, even with the pandemic that is taking place, even with, you know, the health crisis and the financial crisis and all these things that have happened around the world, not just here in the United States, but all over the world. What's allowed your business? What's allowed I Am Mastery Academy to continue to soar, to continue to grow, regardless of what's going on around the world? And I believe is these 3 vital signs that are so critical. And number 1 is how many people are showing the plan? How many people are showing the opportunity of I Am Mastery Academy every single day? That's the key. How many people are doing that? Number 2 are the tools. What tools are you guys utilizing right now to build your business? Now, when I was coming up in the industry, the tools that we used were CDs and magazines. Well, that's completely out the window now. The number 1 tool that you're utilizing to win in networking today is social media. Whether it's your Instagram, whether it's your Facebook, whether it's your Snapchat, whether it's your Twitter, if we're not seeing you, we're not buying. And that's what social media is all about. It's allowed you to really reach more people faster. That's why you have people like Bryce Thompson that have never done network marketing before, 3 years in, almost at $1 million a month. It's never, ever, ever happened. It's because of the speed of the tool of social media. So you've got to be utilizing it, whether it's your stories that you're posting every single day. I remember Bryce teaching his group this a couple years ago, and I didn't really catch on until recently. He was like, hey, we teach our group to post 10 times a day. I'm like, 10 times a day? But guess what? That was like prospecting 10 people a day, but posting 10 times a day, you may have 50 people see one post times 10. That's 500 people. And then you have 50 people doing it. You have 100 people doing it. You have 1,000 people doing it. Now you got tens of thousands of people that are going live, that are posting every single day. This is the number 1 tool that you want to use. Now, obviously, you want to stay compliant. You don't have to show trading accounts. You don't have to flash cash and all that other stuff that, you know, some people do. You don't have to do that. You don't have to lie and say you made this amount of money when we know it's a demo account. You don't have to do that. The truth is good enough. It's all about exposures right now. See, leading up into this event, you want to continue to show the plan every single day, and you want to continue to expose your business utilizing the fastest medium that we have right now, which is social media. But let me tell you the number 1 multiplier, the number 1 vital sign to growing your business, the one that builds belief faster than anything else, is building for events. Now, trust me, listen, I just did an event with Miss Morgan Simpson. She's a Chairman 50 right here in Houston, Texas. Met her for the first time, and she had an incredible event. It was social distance. People were separated. People had their mask on. It was absolutely amazing. And I felt really good. I mean, I presented and I felt really good to be in front of people. I miss it just like you do, right? Just like you do. But guess what? As business owners and entrepreneurs, what do? We adapt, we pivot. And that's what we've done now with this virtual event. Now, we're not just doing a regular Zoom like you're going to see when we release this video to you. Brandon Scott is an absolute genius. He has found a way to take the feel, the energy that you normally will have at a major event, and he's found a way to make it virtual. But here's what I'm going to recommend you do. All right. You want to buy your tickets. You want to buy your tickets in bulk, and they're cheap. They're $25. I've seen companies charge $100. I've seen companies charge $150. I've seen companies charge $200 for virtual events, absolutely fleecing people. We're not doing that. We're making it $25. So what you do, you buy it in bulk. But here's what I recommend you do. How many watch parties are we going to have? How many people are you going to have together? So now we got the energy in the room. Is it 10 of you? Is it 20 of you? Is it 50 of you? Obviously, social distance, have your mask on, all that good stuff. But are you going to be jumping? Are you going to be excited? Are you going to feed off of it, other people's energy? while the virtual event is actually taking place. That's what I recommend you do. Don't watch it by yourself because you're going to get distracted. Your phone's going to ring, right? Kids going to be running around. Husband wants something. Wife wants something. No distractions. Have people there. Lock yourself up in the room. Get an Airbnb. If you can get a hotel suite, if you can get a hotel room, do that. Obviously, stay within the guidelines of social distancing and all the COVID protocol things, but don't watch this event by yourself. Buy bulk tickets, right? Because guess what? Maybe it's a new person that gets involved and you want to gift them a ticket. And you say, hey, we're watching it together. So now everybody's focused in. I used to do that with videos, right? When we had trainings, we would watch videos together. We used to call them boiler rooms, right? And we would watch Art Williams, right? You Can Do It. And we watch it over and over and over and over again. And we get all fired up, get pumped up, make phone calls. I don't know if you guys make phone calls anymore, but that's what we used to do. All right. I think everybody just DMs now, right? All right. So that's what I recommend. How many watch parties are going to be taking place during this event? Don't watch it by yourself. See, right now, here's the test for each and every one of you. For 10% of you that are on this call, here's the test. How many of you are going to take your belief system to a whole nother level? And how many of you are going to take your leadership to a whole nother level? This event, if you treat it like it's just any other Zoom call, and I don't think you will. Once you see this video that we're about to release, I don't believe you're going to treat it like any other Zoom call. If you treat it like it's a real event, because it is, it will absolutely explode your business, and you're going to have the growth that you're looking for to close out 2020, going into the year of acceleration. That's what I've decided 2021 is. It is the year of acceleration of great things in our lives. You thought 2020 was incredible. Watch what's about to happen in 2021. But you got to get prepared. You got to get ready for what's about to take place. And it starts with this event. All right. So don't forget, those 3 vital signs are really critical right now. How many people are showing the plan? And we're showing the plan utilizing Zoom. Don't stop using Zoom. I bought a lot of their stock. So don't stop using Zoom. Continue to use Zoom. Okay. Got that? Good. Number 2, the tools that you're utilizing to build your business, to expose your business. Social media, make sure you stay compliant. Also, another tool to build your business and to build your leaders is I recommend you get a book of the month or an audio of the month. Maybe it's Magic of Believing. Maybe it's Stranger's Secret. Maybe it's Developing the Leader Within You or Developing Leaders Around You. Make sure you stay on tap with your personal growth all throughout this year. And then last but not least, the most important vital sign, make sure you're promoting this event like your life depends on it. Not your literal life, but your business life, because it is a vital sign to actually growing your business. So that's my little 2 cents. Hopefully you got some good stuff out of that. You're going to apply it. And what I want you to do that day, I want you to blast it all over social media, your watch parties. Who's going to have the largest, craziest, pumped up watch party during this event that's taking place? And I'll let them release the date for you, okay? But I'm going to bring up now somebody that I consider to be a brother, a friend, incredible heart, so giving. I've known him now, it's almost 4 years, but obviously I knew of him before that. And it's not lip service. Alex Morin is one of the best men that I know, period, hands down. This is someone that I trust 1,000%. It's not just because of what he says, but really because of what he's actually done. This company really took off when he made the decision to get involved in this company. If he didn't join, Yvonne Toppy doesn't reach out to him about I Am. And if Yvonne doesn't get involved, then Yvonne doesn't call me and I don't get involved. So I give all the glory and credit to God, but I know that God works through people. And Alex Morin is one of those individuals that he actually worked through. So let's give it up for our Chairman Elite that's coming on the call right now. AM Alex Morin, the AM himself. Take it away, brother. You there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, my brother. How you doing, man?
I am fantastic, man. Fantastic. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Well, hey, thank you very much, David, for some great insights, some great knowledge. And just like everybody else said, listen, I'm just as excited as everybody else on this call. You know, I've been in the industry now, this profession, for close to 10 years. It'll be 10 years in February. And I've never been this excited, motivated, committed, and really just grateful. I think right now is a great time that we all just become super grateful because like Matt and Jason and Bryce and David talked about, listen, a lot of stuff in the earth right now, the world right now, it's craziness, it's madness, there's a lot of stuff going on. But when you look at I Am Mastery Academy, you look at what's transpired in 2020 for this company, guys, it's all about, you know, acceleration and growth and love and abundance and hope. And the world wants to divide us. The world, you know, whether it's CNN or Fox News, right? Separation, you know, division. And when you look at this company, you look at this call, just the lineup of speakers on this call, what is it? It's unity, it's abundance, it's hopefulness, right? It's dreaming big, it's passion, right? It's people over profits, it's impact over income. So some of the different retreats I've been speaking at over the last few months, I'm talking about we are standing for something much larger than just trading, just education, just financial literacy. We are really showing, I believe, the entire planet what it looks like in 2020 to have an amazing business model and an amazing group of people. So I want to say I'm super grateful to be here. Obviously, Christopher Terry, 𝐶𝐸 you know, Kyle Lowe, Brandon Scott, you're incredible. Daniel Day, all the traders, all the educators. I mean, we have such an amazing, you know, corporate staff here, and we don't talk about them enough. But Brandon Scott, I know Matt Rosa touched on it, but listen, what he's done for this event, it is literally insane. I remember he sent me the video a few days ago on my iPhone, and I'm watching this. I'm like, man, it's like I'm watching Apple, I'm watching Google, I'm watching Facebook, and I'm watching I Am Mastery Academy. We're going to blow the lid off of the entire industry for this virtual event. And obviously, everybody on this call, listen, we are so just fortunate to be able to learn from such amazing leaders like David Immoniti, like Bryce Thompson, like Jason Brown, like Matthew Rosa, and Yvonne Tapia, Monica Tapia. Listen, you guys are in the right place, the right time, with the right people. And I'm going to keep this short before we bring up the next speaker and then show you guys this amazing launch video. But what you've got to understand is that there's no such thing as accidental achievements. One more time. There's no such thing as accidental achievements. When you look at Bryce Thompson, when you look at Jason Brown and Matthew Rosa were in, you know, my first company, right? That event Jason Brown talked about, Columbus, Ohio, you know, 5,000 people. I remember speaking at that event. I remember watching that young guy retire his mom on stage. The power of events. Jason said, when I saw that young kid retire his mom on stage, right? Jason said, I made the decision that I was going to become successful in this profession and in this industry. So what does that mean for everybody? Listen, the power of events is so incredible. In this upcoming event, I'm telling you guys, if you promote the right way for this, you do the watch parties like David just talked about, you do the things necessary for success, your business, it's not going to double, it's not going to triple, it can quadruple in the next 6 to 12 months, right? The plans we have for this company in 2021, I got a chance to spend a few weekends with Chris Terry in Las Vegas, and the plans that he's talking about, you know, the different products, the services, you know, the different enhancements to what we already have that's so special, it's going to continue to get better and better and better. So what I want you guys to really think about is that success is predictable, right? You got to do the things to become successful, right? You got to have good intentions. You got to be self-disciplined, right? You got to create good actions, and you will get the correct results. You know, people, they want to look at me or Yvonne or David or Jason or Matt or Bryce and say, man, there's something special about them, right? You know, why can they go Chairman 750, Chairman Elite, you know, make all this money, do all these great things, right? Well, you got to understand is that at a point in time, we all started day one. We all started, you know, at the ground level, and we climbed the mountain of success, right? I want you to continue to climb this mountain of success, because as you keep climbing and you keep growing and you keep learning, David mentioned personal development, continue to read the right books, listen to the right audios, watch the right videos, plug in, tap in to the leadership of this company. Ladies and gentlemen, you will attract the success that you desire. The only way you don't get to where you want to go is by doing nothing And all of you on this call, 10,000 strong, you're already doing something. The only other way you don't get to where you want to go is by quitting. Okay, so as long as you stay focused, you stay consistent, right? Good intentions, self-discipline, good actions, you will get the results that you desire. So again, I'm just so grateful, and I understand, and I really understand the importance of events, because I remember 2012, right? I went to Las Vegas. I was making $4,000 per month. I want you guys to hear this, right? $4,000 per month. I drive to Las Vegas. We got 12 people in a hotel room, and I'm sitting there in the front row, and I'm watching speaker after speaker after speaker share their story. Truck drivers, college kids, single moms, okay? And I remember seeing all these people having tremendous success. And just like Jason made the decision in Ohio, I made that decision in Las Vegas in 2012. The next 12 months, I worked insanely hard. I tapped into my mentors. I listened to the leaders. I had a tremendous work ethic. And I went from $4,000 per month to $40,000 per month. If it can happen for me, it can happen for you. You guys are in the right place, the right time with the right people. And this virtual event, Impact Arena, this online summit is going to be the next starting point for the success we're going to attract in 2021. 1,000 chairmen is already done. And I'm telling you guys, focus, right? Love people, work hard, and the world is yours. And we're going to help you every single step of the way. So with that being said, I believe I'm going to bring up the next individual, if Yvonne is on here. Video. So what we're going to do right now is we're actually going to bring up this video, because listen, when you watch this video, you're going to feel it throughout your entire heart and soul of who we are as a company and where we are going in the future. So with that being said, Matthew Rosa, my brother, go ahead and play the video.
Or we could literally put you guys on the biggest stage in the world. Tickets on sale now for the first ever IM virtual event. Visit 𝐼AmAcademy.events for details.
Wow, goosebumps every single time. You guys drop some 777s, drop 777s, okay, for the wizard of IM Mastery Academy, Mr. Brandon Scott. Drop some 777s and show some love for Mr. Brandon Scott. You guys have no idea how much time, energy, effort, and resources it takes just to create a simple, minute video. This event is going to be absolutely insane. Everybody in your team, prospects, leaders, customers, traders, educators, everybody has got to buy their ticket tonight. Show your commitment, post it in your WhatsApp chats, post it on Telegram, post it on Facebook. You guys, I remember 2016, July 2016, sitting down with Jason Brown, okay, and Christopher Terry, 1,200 customers, 176,000 in volume for that month. And I remember Chris Terry talking about, we got the biggest company, we got the best products, we got the best comp plan, we're going to make it big, we're going to make it happen, we're going to make it big, we're going to break records, we're going to change the world. And I remember saying yes a little over 4 years ago, and to see where we are today as a company, man, I'll tell you what, absolutely incredible. But where we're going to go, where we're headed, where we are headed as a company and as one IM Mastery Academy family is absolutely ridiculous. Like my mentor, Bob Proctor, said backstage in Dallas, he said, it's hard to even say where this company will be 5 years from today. That is how an amazing, amazing opportunity we have here in I Am Mastery Academy. So it is my absolute privilege to bring up the final speaker to share, you know, his story on events and really where he sees his company going. I remember getting this call on Facebook video messenger. I really believe it was 12:30 a.m. I was in Rockford, Illinois. No joke, in a basement in Rockford, Illinois. 𝐻𝐾𝐄ₐ calls me on Facebook. I heard of his name, but I didn't really know who he was because we were in separate companies. But we started talking, and he was right, direct to the point. And then I think a few days later, we were in Vegas. We had dinner with him and Monica, his amazing, incredible wife, Monica Tapia, at a little tapas restaurant with Christopher Terry. And Chris and I sat there talking about this company. I didn't really know what was going on yet. It was so early on, but man, we were excited. And, you know, when Yvonne and Monica Tapia said yes, I truly believe that is when kaboom, this thing went crazy, and we started to attract the right people we needed to go to where we wanted to go. So Yvonne, love you like a brother, my man. You and Monica are incredible people, and just so grateful to be in business with you. So I'm going to pass it to you, Yvonne and Monica Tapia, Chairmen Elites. Let's go.
Hey, I am Mastery family. It's a pleasure being here with all of you guys. I'm trying to put my video on, but it's not letting me. If anybody can help me, that'll be amazing. Before anything, I want to be saying thank you, Alex, for the amazing introduction. The reality, if it wasn't because of Alex taking a decision to join I Am Mastery Academy around 4 years ago, I would never have the opportunity to actually call Alex and to ask him about I Am. And we got to understand, I Am family, that everything starts, a decision starts in your life before anything starts in your life is a decision made by somebody else. And I'm always going to be grateful to the decision of Alex Morton of joining I Am Mastery Academy, because if he would have not joined, my family, my I Am family also, all of our leaders will never have probably the opportunity to actually join I Am Mastery Academy. So thank you, my brother, for joining I Am, making that decision. It's just an amazing ride that was happening over here in I Am Mastery Academy. Of course, thank you to the vision of Christopher Terry. Of course, thank you to Jason Brown and Matt Brosa also for making that decision. And also listening to David Immunity.
Ivan, you're muted, brother.
I think they just muted me, but you were listening, right? All right, awesome. So my message is gonna be a little bit brief, guys. I mean, you just learned about the 3 vital signs from David Immunity. You were listening to Alex Morton about everything that's going on in I Am and the vision, and that marketing team from Brandon Scott is just amazing. But guys, I want to leave you a little bit of a message. We're going virtual over here. Our first virtual convention of I Am Master Academy. I am so fired up because it is the first one. And we're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of people in the whole company that are going to be joining the first international virtual convention. What does that mean? How many people do we have? How many people do we have that, for example, cannot travel to US? They cannot travel to the UK convention. They cannot travel to the Latin convention, but because of visa, because of passport, because of whatever. But they're now going to have the amazing opportunity of learning from Chairman 100s, from Chairman 50s, from Chairman 250s, Chairman 500s, Chairman 750s, Chairman Elites, Christopher Terry, then 𝐼𝐸 everybody, for $24.95. And I know today it's open to be buying multiple tickets. Kind of reminds me, I'm going to tell you guys the story, and this is going to be my brief of today. I went to a meeting when I was making around $5,000 to $7,000 per month. And I understood by then that the magic of the events was so powerful because your belief level went through the roof. Your decision that they made, hey, thanks to an event, was going to be able to do a quantum leap for your success. So I remember exactly, I was in a live event, Dallas, Texas, in the Annotel Hotel. And I remember I was there. David Immunity, he was one of the speakers. He was already making Chairman 250 money. And he was on stage and he was asking, who wanted to make over $20,000 to $25,000 per month? And I remember exactly he said, you guys need to buy minimum 100 tickets because you need to minimum have 100 people at that event. Now check this out. That event cost around $200 to $300 per ticket. And you still need to buy flights. You still need to buy hotels, everything. Well, now you're talking that with that same price, you can probably buy 10 to 20 tickets. Now, I know we're going to have watch parties. I know we're going to have houses with people packed and all of that. But I got a question. Who really wants to go Chairman? Who really wants to finish out and wrap up 2020 like the best year ever? You cannot be thinking, who's going to be the person leading the watch party I'm going to attend? You're going to start asking yourself, how many people am I going to have in my watch party? And hold on, how many watch parties aren't going to be happening in my organization? Or to make sure that I have a lot of people watching that, then promotion of ECX, the promotion of everything that is going in I Am Master Academy, the promotion and everything that we're going to be focusing to creating those 1,000 new chairmen in I Am Master Academy. I can tell you this, that the people who will go chairman will be attending that event and going to be having multiple watch parties in the organization. If I need to put a guess, I'll say the same. I'll say basically the same number that David Immunity said back then. You're probably going to need like 50 watch parties minimum. 50 watch parties minimum of people going around looking at IM. You remember, just imagine 50 different watch parties, 10 people minimum each. That's a chairman for sure. So why are you thinking, why am I going to get only one? If I was you and I was in your footsteps, I'm saying, because then people are asking, oh, it's Ivan or maybe all the Chairman 500s, whatever, 750s, they're trying to sell tickets. You know what? Somebody sold me a ticket to an event for $20 10 years ago. And I am so grateful that somebody sold me a ticket for $20. That ticket for $20 that I bought, thank God somebody sold it to me, because I bought it and I bought it with them, my dreams, my goals, and we have helped, thanks to that, and thanks to I Am Master Academy, multiple people make $100,000, millions of dollars because of that $20 ticket. Don't look at $24.95 and say, oh, I'll get one. Think about how many family members are going to impact. After David Immunity said what he said back then in 2012, I bought 100 tickets, but check this out. I didn't finish with 100 people in that event. In that event, I remember I finished close to 300 people from our organization. And when that event was done, we were not making $25,000 a month. We were making over $50,000 a month. What happened? I heard David. I heard a leader, somebody with authority, somebody with results, give a suggestion, give a recommendation with his experience, with his results. And I only listen with people with results. And I am right now in this call. You got Bryce Thompson, Chairman 750. You got Chairman 750, Jason Brown, Chairman 750, Matt Rosa. You got Alex Morgan. You have Christopher Terry. You got all the amazing corporate team. You got myself, my wife. We're all suggesting that this is going to be the life-changing event. If you attend and you make sure that you minimum have, why not, 50 watch parties in your organization. I know sometimes you can say something that can stretch your mind, but I really do believe in my heart and in my soul that if, thank God, that I had faith in the words of a leader back in 2012 that had the results, and they didn't believe that I was going to be able to achieve my dreams of 2012. What if this suggestion recommendations can change your life? If you can believe, you can have it. If you can believe it in your mind, you can have it in your hand. Sorry, if you can believe it in your mind and your heart, you can have it in your hand. That is my message to all of you guys. This is going to be the biggest, the best MLM convention, virtual convention in the whole world. I'm so excited of all the marketing team with Brandon Scott of what they're doing. This is just the tip of the iceberg that we know. We are already the biggest technology education company in the world, and we're just getting started. This is 4 years into it, and we're going to be growing a lot in the next months. And in this convention, you're going to see why. You don't want to miss it. I'm going to bring back Matt Rosa, Chairman 750, a gentleman that when I had the opportunity to sit down with Jason Brown, I learned that Matt Rosa also with Jason, they were Chairman 10 back then. They were the only Chairman 10 in the company. And I can tell you that this gentleman right here, he promotes events like crazy. He goes around everywhere telling people to promote events like crazy, bringing a lot of people from different cities, different parts of the world to different events in Europe, in the USA. So he's always looking to help people. Events is a key to it. So make sure when you get your ticket today, make sure that you're promoting in your WhatsApp groups. You promote in your Telegram group. When you buy the ticket or you buy multiple tickets for multiple wash or events, make sure you're promoting that through all social media, through all your Telegram and WhatsApp, because I challenge you guys. And whoever promotes the most is going to grow the most. Thank you very much. Chairman 750, Matt Rosa, are you in there, my friend?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ivan, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Awesome. Dude, I love what it was that you said. Not just one watch party. A lot of people think, yeah, let me take that shortcut, get 50 people inside of house and pay for one watch. No. You want to think about how many leaders, identify the individuals that are going to be having watch parties inside of your organization. Aim for 50 watch parties and watch your business 10x, guys. So with that being said,